Miquella, Miquella the Unalloyed, Miquella the Kind, or whatever you know him by, is one of the most important characters in Elden Ring. Known for his goodwill and extraordinary abilities, Miquella stands out as a beacon of hope and compassion to some, and a monster to others. As the son of Queen Marika and Radagon and the twin brother of Malenia, he holds a unique position among the demigods. Despite being cursed to remain eternally youthful, Miquella's influence and ambitions extend far beyond his physical limitations. His story is one of profound tragedy and resilience, marked by his unwavering dedication to his sister and his relentless pursuit of a cure for her affliction. Miquella's journey takes him from the heart of the Golden Order to the creation of the Halig Tree, a sanctuary for those shunned by society. His abduction by Mohg intertwined his fate with the darker forces of the world. Miquella the Kind was born to Queen Marika and Radagon, making him a demigod in Empyrean, a being with the potential to ascend to godhood. He and his sister are known as the twin prodigies. From birth, Miquella was afflicted with a unique curse. He would remain eternally youthful, his body forever that of a child. This curse, however, did not diminish his influence or ambitions. Miquella and Malenia shared a deep bond, with Malenia becoming his sworn protector. Despite his youthful appearance, Miquella possessed a wisdom and charisma that endeared him to many. He had the extraordinary ability to compel affection and loyalty from others, a trait that made him both beloved and feared. Chosen by the Two Fingers as a potential successor to Queen Marika, Miquella initially adhered to the principles of the Golden Order. He developed new incantations as a gift for his father, Radagon, and sought to uphold the Order's ideals. However, his faith in the Golden Order began to wane when it failed to cure Malenia's scarlet rot and could not grant his half-brother Godwyn a true death. This disillusionment led Miquella to forge his own path, one that diverged significantly from the Golden Order's teachings. Determined to find a cure for Malenia and to protect the others from the influence of the Outer Gods, Miquella began creating unalloyed gold. This substance was designed to resist the meddling of the Outer Gods and to provide a means of salvation for those afflicted by their curses. His efforts to create a sanctuary for the oppressed and the unwanted culminated in the creation of the Halig Tree, a place where he hoped to grow into adulthood and realize his vision of a world where all would be accepted. Miquella is renowned for a unique and formidable ability, which sets him apart from his demigod siblings. Despite his curse of eternal youth, Miquella's powers are vast and deeply influential. Miquella's most notable ability is his power to compel affection and loyalty from others. This ability is so potent that it has earned him the title of the most fearsome Empyrean, according to his sister, Malenia. The Bewitching Branch is a testament to Miquella's ability to manipulate the hearts and minds of others. This item, created from his own power, allows the wielder to charm enemies, turning them into temporary allies. It showcases Miquella's deep understanding of both magic and human nature. Miquella's ability is of strategic brilliance, and his influence continues to shape the world and the lives of those within it. Miquella's journey starts as a devout follower of the Golden Order and ends as a disillusioned rebel. Initially, Miquella was deeply committed to the principles of the Golden Order, studying under his father Radagon and even developing new incantations to honor him. However, a few events led to his growing disillusionment. One of the primary reasons for Miquella's disillusionment was the Golden Order's inability to cure Malenia's scarlet rot. Despite his best efforts, the Golden Order offered no solutions to Malenia's affliction. This failure deeply affected Miquella, as his love and dedication to his sister were of the greatest importance. Another significant factor was the Golden Order's failure to grant his half-brother Godwyn a true death. Godwyn, who was slain in soul alone during the Night of the Black Knives, remained in a state of undeath, a fate that Miquella found deeply troubling. Miquella's attempts to grant Godwyn a true death through the means of an eclipse were unsuccessful, further eroding his faith in the Golden Order. Disillusioned by the Golden Order's failures, Miquella decided to forge his own path, creating the Halig Tree. The Halig Tree was intended to be a place where Miquella could grow into adulthood and realize his visions of a world where all could be accepted, free from the constraints and failures of the Golden Order. Miquella's rejection of the Golden Order was not just a personal decision, but a philosophical one. He abandoned the fundamentalist teachings of the Order, seeking to create a more inclusive and compassionate world. This rejection is symbolized by his creation of unalloyed gold in the Halig Tree. Miquella's disillusionment with the Golden Order is a decision that shows his resilience and unwavering commitment to his own ideals. It marks a significant turning point in his story, setting the stage for his later actions. The Halig Tree is one of Miquella's most ambitious and compassionate creations. Miquella created the Halig Tree by watering a sapling with his own blood, hoping to grow a new Erd tree that would serve as a haven for the oppressed. The Halig Tree was intended to be a place where Miquella could grow into adulthood, free from the curses of eternal youth that plagued him. It symbolizes his desire to create a world where all beings, regardless of their status or afflictions, could find acceptance and grace. This is essentially the least racist place in the lands between. The Halig Tree became a refuge for various groups shunned by the Golden Order, the most popular being the Albinaurics and the Misbegotten. These inhabitants found solace and protection under Miquella's care, away from the persecutions they faced from the Golden Order. The Halig Tree's branches and roots provided a safe haven, reflecting Miquella's kindness and his commitment to helping those in need. The Halig Tree is a sprawling, complex structure with multiple levels and areas, including the canopy and inner sanctum known as the Brace of the Halig Tree. The security to get into the Halig Tree is second only to the Erd Tree. Once you are teleported to the Halig Tree, it is filled with powerful enemies and intricate pathways, adding yet another layer of security. Its design both reflects the beauty and danger inherent in Miquella's world. Miquella's ultimate goal was to grow into adulthood within the Halig Tree, overcoming his curse of eternal youth. By doing so, he hoped to gain the strength and maturity needed to fully realize his vision of a compassionate and inclusive world. The Halig Tree was his greatest creation, as well as a symbol of Miquella's personal growth and his aspirations for the future. The Halig Tree shows Miquella's ingenuity, compassion, and determination. It is a place where his ideals are brought to life, offering hope and refuge to those who have been cast aside by the rigid doctrines of the Golden Order. Miquella's story takes a dark turn with his abduction by Mohg, the Lord of Blood. While Miquella was in a deep slumber within his cocoon, embedded in the Halig Tree, Mohg infiltrated the sanctuary and abducted him. Mohg sought to elevate Miquella to godhood and become his consort. He believed by doing so, he could establish a new dynasty with Miquella at its center. Mohg took Miquella to Mohgwyn Palace, a blood-soaked realm, where he hoped to perform rituals to ascend Miquella to godhood. In the palace, Miquella's cocoon was placed on the dynasty mausoleum, where his bloody arm could be seen hanging from the cocoon. Despite Mohg's efforts, Miquella remained unresponsive, continuing to slumber within his cocoon. Mohg's rituals involved the use of blood flame magic, a dark and powerful form of sorcery granted by the Formless Mother. He intended to use these rituals to ascend Miquella and become his consort, thereby gaining immense power and influence. However, Miquella's silence and lack of response to these rituals suggested that he either resisted Mohg's influence or had his own plans that Mohg was unaware of. With the DLC focused around Miquella, we got answers to many of the questions we had about him and things that didn't line up in his story initially. I did forget to mention that Miquella was only a background character in the base game. The only time we see his physical body is in Mohg's boss arena. In Shadow of the Erd Tree, Miquella is the focus. The Land of Shadow is a forsaken place where the goddess Marika first set foot. It is a land purged by an unsung battle and set ablaze by Messmer's flame. Miquella, divesting himself of flesh, strength, and lineage, departs to this land, abandoning all things golden. Here, he awaits the return of a promised lord, hinting at deeper connections and future revelations. In this expansion, it is stated that Miquella manipulated Mohg to gain entry into the Land of Shadow. By putting a charm on Mohg, Miquella ensured his abduction and subsequent transport to Mohgwyn Palace. Miquella's plans extend to using Mohg's corpse as a vessel for his consort, who we later find out to be Radahn. Miquella has manipulated everyone, from Mohg to the Tarnished. Miquella has you kill Mohg's soul, and kill Radahn's physical body so that he could put Radahn's soul into Mohg's body. Think of this as what happened with Ranni and Godwyn. Ranni killed her body, and Godwyn lost his soul. Miquella then uses his ability to compel affection from others to put Radahn under his spell, giving us the final boss of the DLC, Radahn, consort of Miquella. This shows us Miquella's willingness to use any means necessary to achieve his goals. It also raises the question if Malenia's blind loyalty to Miquella was actual loyalty, or if Miquella compelled affection and loyalty from her as well. Saint Trina, who is a mysterious entity mentioned in the base game, is finally revealed within the DLC. We find Saint Trina in the bottom of the Stone Coffin Fissure, guarded by the putrescent knight. After imbibing her nectar and dying to her a handful of times, we finally get some dialogue. We find out Saint Trina is Miquella's other half, similar to Radagon and Marika, but they have conflicting views. Miquella has the goal of becoming a god, while Saint Trina is actively trying to stop this. Miquella then discards Saint Trina once he enters the Land of Shadow, to ensure nothing stands in his way of becoming a god. Miquella's actions and decisions in the Land of Shadow reflect his deep-seated ambitions and his vision for a future where all beings can find acceptance and grace through peace. Miquella is very contradictory in the end goal, as his goal for peace and everyone to be accepted is pushed by force and manipulation. Many people have been manipulated by Miquella to achieve his goals, and many people have been killed in the process, Mohg being the best example. Because of this, I think of Miquella as a character in a gray area. His ideas and values are great in theory, but his execution of these goals has hurt many. Therefore, it is your decision whether you think Miquella is a good or bad person. Miquella's story is composed of compassion, resilience, and brilliance. From his early life as a cursed yet influential demigod to his creation of the Halig Tree. Miquella's journey is marked by his unwavering dedication to his sister and his vision of a more inclusive world. His disillusionment with the Golden Order led him to forge a path of his own, creating unalloyed gold to resist the Outer Gods and establish the Halig Tree as a sanctuary for the oppressed. His tragic twist of his abduction by Mohg shows his ability to influence events even in captivity. The DLC further deepens our understanding of Miquella, revealing his manipulation of Mohg and his ultimate goals in the Land of Shadow. His legacy is one of profound impact, influencing key characters and shaping the world of Elden Ring. Despite the revelations, Miquella remains a confusing figure, with his true intentions and ultimate fate continuing to intrigue and inspire speculation. His story is one of an enduring power of hope, compassion, and the relentless pursuit of a better world.